Hi everyone, just Darren again, back with another little watch review. I'd just like to say a massive thank you to everyone who watched the previous one. Really appreciate you doing that, and all of your advice and feedback and positive vibes. Love that. Please keep it coming. I only want to get better at doing this, so all advice is very welcome. Thank you very much. So another little review today. It's a watch that I picked up at British Watchmakers Day. Caused a bit of a stir. It was such a popular one. Absolutely love it. You'll see why as soon as I get into this review. So today I'm going to review the Gimlet. So what makes this watch so special for me is partly the brands involved. You've got Fears, founded in 1846 and one of the oldest British watch brands in existence, revitalised in 2016 by Nicholas Bowman Scargill, the fourth managing director. And then you've got Studio Underdog, a lockdown project of Richard Bent's, superbly popular, great range of colours, really inspired designs, and just everything that they release sells out pretty much instantaneously. And it's nice with this watch to see that the design language and the DNA of both brands is strongly represented. You've got that cushion case, very recognisable as a Fears watch. You've got the numerals, again, very steeped in Fears history. And you've got those skeleton hands, which just looks stunning. And then you've also got, of course, the strong coloration, which is very recognisable as a Studio Underdog. And then you've got those two little screws in the centre of the dial, which really hark back to that field watch, the Series 02 from Richard. So the British watch scene is absolutely chock full of some absolutely amazing people across all of the brands. But honestly, Nicholas from Fears and Richard from Studio Underdog are two of the nicest people in the industry. I was lucky enough to meet them fairly early on in their brand journey. And despite now being massively successful, both of them, I can confirm that they are as humble and approachable as they were back in the early days. So much so, they probably want me to stop talking about them and talk about the watch. So let's do that. So I just want to talk a little bit more about that stunning dial. It really is a fantastic colour. It's a light to lime green gradient dial, well, gimlet coloured obviously, and it's fully loomed. So you've got 7 layers of bespoke colour superluminova applied to that dial. It's a very time consuming process because each layer has to be fully dried before the next can be applied. Once it's all dried, then you've got a 1mm sapphire disc, which is attached to the dial by those screws. Very reminiscent, of course, of the 02 series field watch. This also serves to create a fascinating shadow effect from the hands, the numerals, and the minute track, which just seem to float above that dial, which looks absolutely beautiful. The strap is a slim chestnut brown strap tailor piece that really suits this watch to a T. Lots of other colours would match. In my opinion, this brown is just perfect. So just a quick run through the specs then. It's a 38mm cushion case, hand-wound Solita movement with a 42 hours of power reserve, has a closed case back, plain, but with an engraved lime slice in the centre. Really nice touch there. So the Gimlet was limited to 200 pieces, all of which sold out on British Watchmakers Day. They do pop up on eBay now and again, however, you can expect it to be at a bit of a premium. But what is quite encouraging is that both Nick and Richard have teased that this could well be the start of an off-menu cocktail series. So following on from the success of the Gimlet, the guys could of course have just taken some time off and relaxed, but where's the fun in that? Nick went on very quickly to release the Arnos with Fears watches, which is a very vintage-inspired rectangular piece, absolutely stunning. And Richard very recently announced the Avocado watch, quite an interesting concept of copying the copier. You'll have to check his website out for that. And that releases this Thursday for a 9-hour period only. So if you want to get your hands on one of those, you'll have to act fast. So, what are your thoughts on the Gimlet? Are you a fan? Did you pick one up? Was it not for you? Be interested to hear your thoughts on the watch and of course on this video as well. So please keep the feedback coming. I really do enjoy getting it, and I will catch up with you again for another review soon. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye.